Hi, I'm Chris. I want to welcome you to the Budapest Garden House. My wife and I, Debbie, have been here for 8 years in Budapest, and we serve missionaries. Our goal is to provide counseling, psychological services, pastoral care for missionaries and Christian workers from around the world. We primarily work with folks from Eastern Europe, of course, but also Central Asia and the Middle East. Our goal is to keep missionaries healthy and effective and on the field, and that's why we're here. So we're just glad that you're able to come and spend a few minutes with us this morning. So I want to show you where we minister from and tell you a little more about what we do here. This is my wife, Debbie.
Welcome. It is our hope that through the ministry of the hospitality of this home that we can offer not only rest, but wise counsel to God's servants.
Debbie and I are EPC World Outreach missionaries. As I said just a moment ago, we've been here in Budapest for 8 years. Budapest is a strategic city. When I say that, what I mean is that we're here because it gives us access to those that are working in the Middle East and Central Asia who can come and get out of the Muslim world. They're not hearing the call to prayer on a daily basis, and so they're able to get the rest and the relaxation that they need to recover from, missionary life is full of hardships and persecution. And so often missionaries end up burned out. We have rarely, if ever, met a missionary who is lazy. Most missionaries spend their lives just serving the Lord and burning the candle at both ends. What you're seeing is the facility that we work out of, again, the Budapest Garden House. It is a place that we provide counseling, we have retreats, workshops. I just recently did a workshop on resiliency and on beating burnout. We have one planned this fall for helping women in particular deal with issues of insecurity that often sabotage relationships. Let me tell you about a family that we had here recently. They were from a Muslim country. I'm trying to be a little vague because I want to protect their confidentiality and their security. They came and spent a month with us. These folks were tremendous folks. They'd been on the field like 12 years. They had served Christ in just remarkable ways and had seen whole villages come to know Christ. But they lived in an area where they didn't have clean water. The mother would have to send the son upstairs to see if she had enough water in the bin on top of the roof to even wash their clothes. And they were just burned out. And God brought them here, and through the counseling and this facility, they were able to get the rest they needed and go back to the field ready to serve Christ. So anyway, you're going to feel for the garden house. Let me take you downstairs and show you the apartment, and we'll go out from outside. You may not know this statistic. Often I don't know if you call it a privilege or not so, but of telling churches and individuals things they don't often hear about missionaries. One is that 50% of first-term missionaries don't make it through their first term. They end up returning home discouraged, beaten, broken, and often asking God, what happened? We thought we were following you. And that's something we want to see diminished. We want to stop missionary attrition or unnecessary attrition. There are folks who have to go home because of health reasons and that kind of thing. But we don't want folks going home because they didn't have anybody to turn to. And you can imagine if one family with EPC, they had their children held at gunpoint. You can imagine what that would do to you. And who do you turn to? When you're thousands of miles away from your family and your friends and the doctors and the support systems you know about, and if there's nobody there to turn to, often those missionaries become discouraged and they end up throwing in the towel. Let me show you the apartment. This is where we have folks that come in from distant places, and they spend a week to even up to a month here. This is the master bedroom. We had an apartment before, but it wasn't part of a facility. It was where folks would stay. So this has been just wonderful to have people actually stay in the garden house. It's a full kitchen, dining area, and a living area, so they can relax and just recuperate. We had a family here just recently. They had been in Romania with working with a very difficult group, an unreached people group, the Gypsies. The Gypsies are a very difficult group to reach because they're tribal. They have very unusual customs. Often their languages are even different from the country they're living in. They're nomadic. And this couple had been there about 6 years working with the Gypsies. They were not making any headway. Finally, they were about to give up. They had lost 3 babies, premature pregnancies, and they had even come and stayed with us like 3 years ago. But God, miraculously, in His providence, used those tragedies in their lives to open up the hearts of the Gypsies because they saw the faith of this couple. And the couple came here just about a month and a half ago, and she was this big. And I'm glad to report now they have a healthy baby girl, and they've gone back to minister and to plant a church with the Gypsies. So we are thrilled to be here. Debbie and I see ourselves as field medics. We're glad to be on the field where missionaries can get to us easily. I'm a licensed professional counselor, so we work very much we can work from a very clinical model if need be, but we also work very much from a pastoral model. And so if you know of anybody that needs our help, because we want to keep missionaries on the field, refer them to us and tell them about the Budapest Garden House. We'd love to have them. God bless you.